Hello everyone, welcome to Englishfloww. We make you speak to the world. Let's learn the story of transformation through transitions. Many a times in our lives, we all of us have a question, am I good enough? Am I self-sufficient? Am I learning something good? Am I improving myself? Am I acquiring knowledge? Am I doing something really worthwhile doing? We have so many questions. Constantly, we are being questioned by others as well. But to be frank, we have battles within ourselves, which is like unsolvable. Every single day we battle with ourselves. And how do we just encounter these transitions? Transition is one of the biggest battle, I would say, because sometimes we are afraid, we are in a comfort zone, we are happy about that zone, we don't want to move out of that zone because we don't know what are those demerits that we have to face after this. What are the barriers? What are the hindrances? What are the hurdles that we have to face? The more we are inside that comfort zone, we feel happy and we don't have to risk ourselves in any point. We don't have to risk. So that is our mentality and mindset that is fixed. Now, if you can just break through and go through all these transitions, you have a beautiful and wonderful ahead of you, my dear. Believe me when I say this, because every risk will pay you more than what you think. In actual truth, we actually go backward. We don't want to go forward in terms of transitions. Why? Because it's so scary. I don't know what's going to happen. Whether it's going to yield me some profits or loss. But we assume that it's going to give only losses. We have so much of assumptions on our mind before we begin to do anything. And how would we break this mindset? And how would we improve ourselves? Every now and then you just have to put this in your brain. That is, you're going to improve yourself every single day by 1%. Not necessary that you have to invest of like 10 to 15%. Nobody is asking you to do that. And learning English, it is really beautiful. You don't have to speak it in a perfect way. You don't have to speak it in a flawless way. And you shouldn't expect in the journey of speaking in English that people have to flatter you, people have to applaud you every single day. There would be days you will still feel too dark. There will be night you will be groaning. There will be moments that you would feel like helpless, hopeless. You got to work for yourself. You got to say to yourself that you're going to do it. And whenever there is an opportunity of transitions, please allow it. Allow yourself that you're going to experience it, that you're going to expose yourself to it. Because you need it, man. Whenever you speak about these transitions, you will learn a lot. You will acquire so much of knowledge out of it. You need to risk yourself at certain points. Protecting yourself from all those risks, endeavors, it's not going to upgrade you, it's not going to update your knowledge in any ways. You can take it from me. And let's learn the story of transition happening every single day in someone's life. The story goes like this. There was an intelligent boy named Peter living in a village. He was too happy, he was too content. He was happy because he was content because he was happy. Every single day, he was learning one or the other things to upgrade himself. He was so happy, he was accumulating so many knowledge in his brain. Whenever he walked in and around the village, people were speaking well about him. He held that reputation, he held that goodwill. People voluntarily took a step to talk to him. And he was so delighted and elated to see that people are wanting to talk to him. He always spread that good vibes, exuberant feelings to someone. Now, what happened to him when he is leading a prosperous life? What is that adversity that he faced? Throughout his schooling days, he was a rank holder, he was a gold medalist, whatnot. He was a sports person. He was participating in every activity. There was no activity that he was giving as an excuse that he was not wanting to take part in. He was so happy about everything that was happening in his life. But one thing was lacking. When he moved out of his village for higher studies, he was lacking with communication skills. Unless he moved out of his village, he was not knowing the value of communication skills. Only when he moved out of his place, he realized how important it is to communicate with others. Because I cannot put my pressure on someone saying like, because I know a language, you should speak the same language. No. We Indians speak multiple languages. That is for sure. Even at home also we speak multiple languages. And we have hundreds of languages around our country. For example, when you speak a language, what is the purpose of the language? That you want to deliver your message, that you want to deliver your thoughts and emotions in a proper way, which is like you don't provide any misconception to that person. This is what you just have on your mind. Getting deviated from this point, we actually think speaking in English, somehow it provides some prestige. No, that's not the actual truth. Whenever you want to speak in English, it means that you are wanting to express your ideas and opinions in a clear-cut way that the other person is able to understand you. This is the truth. So Peter was suffering from this problem of communication skills. He was not considering this as a challenge. Whenever there was an opportunity, he was just avoiding it. He had so much of neglecting thoughts that why should I have to go forward for it, because if I start speaking in English, people are going to mock at me. I'm not ready for it. This is what Peter thought. And because of which he was not able to concentrate in his studies, in any activities, because every activity that was conducted was in English. He was getting scared. He was paranoid with this thought that there was no forward thinking that he had about it. Always he was staying backward, and he was protecting himself too much. Now, it was not helping him in any ways. He had so many opportunities. It happened that he joined along with the friends who were complaining about others and about English language, saying like this language is too challenging. Why should I learn this language? This is not going to help me. And in all the ways, people were complaining, and Peter also had the same thought. He was also complaining it to people. Okay, along with the people, he started to gossip. He started to become that one gossip monger where he was listening to people. He was also becoming that negative personality. And he was not liked by anyone except that group of people. And slowly he realized that how good he was during his schooling days, and he was voluntarily participating. He was upholding his name and fame everywhere. Now everything is lost just because of a language. Imagine, a language has spoiled you. That's what you're trying to say? No, dear. It's our duty that we have to give interest to learn this language, because a language can provide so much of benefits to you until you realize it. Otherwise, it's going to stand as a burden to you. Now, Peter got this point. He approached people. He became that approachable personality. He went ahead and he talked to people, and he just expressed his problems, challenges, struggles, hurdles that he is facing. Then you realize that there are so many out there ready to help him out. Realizing this fact, he actually improved a lot. And he was happy in his life. He succeeded in his life, and his dream job he was aiming for, he got it. And then he had a good people around him. Only when he left people who were gossiping out of that group, when he moved out, he was successful. And now what is the moral of this story? We have so many excuses to ourselves. We have so many negative thinking. We want to be prosperous in life. We want to have a blissful life. We want to receive boon. We want the miracles to take place in our life. But actually we don't take a step forward. We actually stay back with that comfort zone. Let's start to think from the viewpoint of positiveness, and let's actually actualize our dreams. A dream should not be always a dream. It should be actualized, and it should be given life. One day at your deathbed, you will just see to it that all of your dreams will be crying, because they were not given life. They were not given chance. Many times it happens. At 20s and 30s, we just don't actualize our dreams, and we wait for the days that someone is going to motivate us, someone is going to inspire us, Someone has to push us from behind. Someone has to help us to identify our dreams. Someone has to help us to identify our goals. We expect too much of anticipations are there within us. Let's actually take things from our side. And let's not just avoid transitions. Transitions are more powerful. Transitions are worthwhile considering. You deserve to be someone successful in life, someone happy in life, someone content in life. Because of people's opinions and judgments, do not give a validation to yourself. Even though there are validations out there about you, at you, you just have to think that, are you validating yourself? If yes, then you have to change yourself. If the validation is for good thing, then of course, yes, go ahead, do it. No matter what, you're gonna improve yourself. And I think so this video is going to be helpful. No matter what, get through, go through, break through all those transitions, and you will see a new self-transformation happening with yourself. Do not give that authority to somebody else, and do not bother yourself. Do not have that regret. Always, regrets are more painful than the pain. So, do not put yourself in that shoes. And I think so this video is going to be helpful to you all. See you all in my next video. Until then, this is Sonia signing off from you all. Bye bye. Take care, guys.